Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Ian. I promised I'd report back when I'd finished the Lancaster, and that's what this video is about. I hope you enjoy it. So here is the completed Lancaster from Airfix in 1/72 scale. I've chosen to build Fanny Firkin, and it's a really nice Lancaster kit, no doubt about that. I've had a lot of fun along the way and not a small amount of disasters. I've managed to break off 3 guns, 2 at the front here and 1 on the dorsal turret. It was a challenge getting them back on, but thank goodness for super glue and zip kicker. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. I used the Edward mask set, and they're great, and they've made a really good job. I do wonder if there's an easier way of moving them around in the light to try and work out where they are on the sheet, though, because the cuts are that fine that you can't actually see the edges of them. I wonder if anybody's got any advice on how they manage, or whether they just try and find the correct angle of light. It's worked very well. I damaged one of the decals quite badly, the one that should have gone here, so I just abandoned those completely, and I didn't bother putting the dots on. They're about 0.2 of a millimetre or something silly. They're really, really tiny, and I just thought, well, nobody's ever going to see it. But for Model 2, I'm relatively pleased. I've got a little bit of silvering on some of the decals. That's just purely down to my inexperience, but on the whole I'm very pleased with it. Most of the decals have gone on without a problem, and yeah, it's okay. There's the bottom, and those lines are where I've got the silvering. As I say, entirely my fault. I ended up closing the Bombay doors. I wanted them open, but sadly I damaged the supports, so I decided in the end just to close the Bombay door. And to be honest, if I'd just said I decided to have the Bombay door shut, nobody would have known any different. But that's me, I'll always try and be honest. I finished it using Tamiya paints and Mr. Colour levelling thinner. And that worked really, really well. I used white tack worms to do the camouflage. Some of the lines are better than others, and I'll do better next time on that. But for a first time, I'm really, really pleased with this. It looks like a Lancaster. And my wife asked if it would fly, and I said, yes, of course it would, but just very briefly. So we're not going to test that hypothesis, but yeah, I'm reasonably pleased with that, and I would appreciate any comments.